Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Farah, and in today's video I have another interview for you guys. Today I'm interviewing Mr. Akita Zen. He's a self-proclaimed Zen monk, but he's also a bug bounty hunter, and today he's here on my channel to share his knowledge of bug bounty with all of you. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So thank you so much for joining me on my channel. I'm very happy to have you here.
You're so welcome, and thank you so much for inviting me because I love your work and all the things that you are doing for the community, sharing the thanks, and it's pretty awesome. And I feel very honored to being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get started. So give us a quick recap of your journey in bug bounty and your journey in InfoSec.
Okay, I had a company, an internet service wireless provider during 10 years. I created this company. I was working like a network engineer, like a specialist doing this thing of engineering, creating some wireless devices, antennas, and all kind of things. This company I had during 10 years working, and then I sold it, and I spent 2 years doing nothing. I didn't know what to do with my life. It was very strange, but I need that change because was a lot of stress in that time, a lot of work. So I decided to find and look something that gives me some freedom. So in 2017, I retake my old Twitter account. So I entered on Twitter and I see some book bounty thing that I didn't understand. So I see a tweet of Peter Jaworski that he tweets about web hacking 101. So I buy the book. I read the book and my mind blows. That's what how I enter in this book bounty world, which is pretty awesome.
Your story is so interesting. So do you think that you working as a network engineer helped you in bug bounty?
Anything that you are working that requires technology maybe works. Maybe programming, maybe networking, maybe anything that works with technology will help you to understand things. But when I start book bounties, I see this new world of web application, which was hard and is hard to understand from zero. You start from zero.
Okay, so you're a self-proclaimed Zen monk, and then you're also a bug bounty hunter. So how do you how do you manage to stay Zen while doing bug bounty?
You know that this is a great question because I feel book bounty. I have two states. One state is when you are struggling too much doing book bounties and you feel like there is a lot of overthinking here and a lot of noise, and you feel like you are pushing a wall. So you can't find anything. You don't find any books, and you feel so unhappy with this. I have this another way, or this another state, that when I do book bounties, that the difference is that I feel joy, I feel creative, I have space, I have presence. So this Zen state and this book bounty Zen and this Zen monk state, it's like express my nature, which is in all the human beings. I try to align my mind with this moment and try to observe things. On book bounty, my 80% of findings are by observation. So I think that presence and Zen state and express our nature always is good for us and for anything, that doing anything, not only book bounties. You can play soccer, you can be an artist, you can paint, and this is the idea.
That's really great. I mean, I think everyone needs to practice a little bit of mindfulness when it comes to bug bounty, because bug bounty can really frustrate you. So I think that's some really good advice.
Totally agree with that. It's
Yeah.
exactly like that.
Yeah. Okay, so that brings me to my next question actually. So you spoke about experiencing burnout, and I know this is a huge challenge with full-time bug bounty hunting, especially in 2020. So what is your advice to overcome these challenges?
Uh, enjoy the challenge, because that's the main root of this. Also, enjoy your challenge, and enjoy your achievement your achievements too. But you are always challenging with yourself.
Hmm.
You are not challenging anything. But maybe when you doing CTF, capture the
Yeah.
flag, but on Bounty you are challenging yourself, and I am enjoying this game, because it's a game. It's
Yeah.
the cat and the mouse game. It's an input and output game. So enjoy this, and try harder, because you need to develop this mind. When I start to doing book bounties, this is was the most difficult thing to do, where 2 or 3 months or find nothing. For me, failure is a blessing, because you can failure gives you the experience.
Yeah.
So every time that you fail, you gain experience, you gain something, you get a duplicate, a
Hmm.
non-applicable. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The most important thing is that you are gaining knowledge. Enjoy book bounty, go for it, and try harder. It's not
Yeah.
another way.
Yeah. That's true. Thank you for saying that. That's really good motivation.
That failure and failure, it's I think that success is a consequence of the failure.
Yeah. Okay, great. So let's talk about actual hunting now. So, how important is recon for you while hunting? What is your recon methodology?
18 or 90% of book bounty is recon,
Exactly.
because always.
Hmm.
And my recon, my recon way is observation. It's only observation. I try to map sync. I try to open my burp suite and map some application, or some website, or some wildcard subdomains, and observe things, observe patterns, observe behaviors, and and I take note of all
Hmm.
that, and I see behaviors. This may take you 1 day, this may take you 2 days, or this may take you 1 week or 1 month. Depends on the scale of the application, or the product, or the website that you are testing. So recon for me is observation. It's always observation of things, and retrieve that data of that, and it's like the data analysis.
Yeah.
You have all this data, and you need to put this data in the right way that works for you, and you can deploy an attack and create the proper proof of concept.
Yeah. So, after you're done with this mapping the application and doing your recon, what is your methodology for looking for bugs, and what kind of bugs do you usually look for?
I use many a little quantity of tools. I don't use many tools. So I have Burp Suite. I have the extender with 1 or 2 plugins, but I don't use many tools. I don't. It's my way, but I for subdomain enumeration I use the common tools. Maybe find domains, sublister, and all the things known by all the people. But my recon maybe it's quite different, because I tried the opposite that they are telling you to do. It's like you open your Twitter and you see all the things that I need to do step by step. I need to follow this recon. I need to follow this tool. I need to follow this one-liner.
Yeah.
And I don't care about the things, so I will do the opposite thing. So I can give you an example. Look for the company. Take the ASN. Take all the subnetting block. Map all hosts. Maybe you can throw an nmap to high ports. Maybe you can find some admin login panels, interesting things, or you can go to Census.io.
Yes.
So you can find some host in that net block or in that subnetting address. You can find some host of the company, and you can find by organization or by their certificate names. So this is easy to do with Census, so you can write your own script to find those with the curl or any batch line to find those certificate and find patterns or fingerprinting techniques to find the framework that you want to find, or the authentication things, or some panel administration, or single sign-on login. I love the authentication bugs. That's the books that I love, because implies a very big impact to the company, and are paid very well. Paid very well because are higher on bounties. And when you have this access to this bypass, you can keep escalating privilege and in the application or anything that is behind this site or these domains. But I like to do things in different ways. So I use Shodan for search. I use Census. I use zoomeye.org. I don't know if you know about it. It's like Shodan I think is Chinese, and zoomeye.org, and you can use as Shodan, and it's pretty awesome with the output. There is great tools out there on internet where you can maybe are paid or maybe are not, but you can use their API. So you can create your own scripts to do these hits to Recon and get all this data, like a Recon Dev of Nahansec or any API that like Shodan, like Census, and so you can create your own script to get this data and this response and get your own results, and then order this data to deploy the attack and create the proof of concept.
That's okay. That's nice. I hope people are taking notes and noting all this down, because this is really great. So when you talk about making your own scripts, what exactly are the things that you like to automate while hunting?
Maybe I use some bash scripts, some curl line, one-liners, or that kind of things. You have great tools out there like Tom Nom Nom tools, which are great, and you can use Tom Nom Nom tools to do that. Or you can create your own curl with parallels or with X-args. So you have multi-threading hits, and you can play with that and scrap in the page, and scrap GS files, and scrap for things, or or use GitHub to hit on GitHub and get this with these keywords, your responses and output on subdomains, and all kind of things.
Yeah. Okay. So what have been your top 3 most favorite or most interesting bugs till today?
Oh, that's I have a few, but I think that most interesting was 2 years ago was a subdomain takeover on Uber. But was interesting because in that time subdomain takeover was not common, was not common thing to get. So um, we do not know which service were vulnerable.
Yeah.
So I found this subdomain like signup.uber.com, which is awesome because the important thing in the subdomain or some companies is the word, the first word. So this was sign up, which was truly important, and was over as a third-party services, which is called Netlify, and I take over the page, nothing fancy, but was a good reward, and I remember that was a great find in that time. And another find was an authentication bypass, was a single signing on over a company. So I tried this content discovery, I used some research, some FU, but which was awesome that I launched FU to force virtual hosts. So I found this I have this word list, so I forced with this word list the main domain. And I found an internal subdomain. So directly through this main domain. So I found this internal forcing virtual host through FU, and I get into this internal company.com, and I found when I scrubbed in their JS files, I found this file like main.js or admin.js or app.js, and I found a lot of hard-coded tokens that give me access to another internal API. Give me access to another internal API. So in this API, I craft an XML call, like a SOAP call or something like that. I use all these credentials, all these tokens. I remember that I go through the documentation of this company because their call was so something weird. So I read the documentation, I craft this call, and I hit this internal API, and I get P2 sensitive information. So was privilege escalation. First, the authentication bypass, then does all this internal subdomain, then the hard-coded tokens on JS file, and then hit the internal API. So was a chain of books, and the bounty was very, very, very high. So more than happy with that.
So can you give us some tips about subdomain takeovers?
Yes, of course. When I start on Book Bounty, Subdomain Takeover was my first book, because I was hitting a lot of Subdomain Takeovers. I think that are public. Some books are public, but I start with the mindset and create my own methodology to hit Subdomain Takeovers. And my methodology was very simple. Was like I use some third-party tools online, like threatcrowd.org. Threatcrowd.org. On threatcrowd.org, you can reverse the host names, like C names. So you find this company that that is a third-party services that is used by all these thousands of companies using this name. So you take this name, that company, and do a reverse DNS to this company, and you will get all the hosts pointing to that name. So I am doing this reverse DNS. So I know that these thousands of companies are using this service, are attached to this service, which is the main thing that is that subdomain takeover take this domain that is pointing to this name, which is hosted by a third company, but a third-party company. So I get this name, I reverse, I get all the domain. So I found, if I found the way to get this domain, I get the subdomain takeover. But the interesting thing was another way of book that I found using this same technique, because I found that if I look through the service of this company, of third-party company, like a mail company, as example, SendGrid, Mailgun, or something like that. If you find a book, any kind of book in this third-party company, all the domains, those domains will have this book. Attached to the main domain that is using the CNAME. So this blew my mind, because when you found, like example, an XSS in one domain, like CNAME, company.com that is using the CNAME, all the companies, all the CNAME that you get when you do the reverse DNS will have this bug. So I have this thing that's happened. I found this massive book which affect dozens of companies, because are attached to this CNAME, and I need to find a way to report this to that company. But this company has a public book bounty program with only kudos. And it's a problem, because for me, I never test programs for kudos. It's my way to do things. I prefer to test things with a book bounty program that rewards you with bounties. But interesting thing happened, because when I report this bug, this massive bug, which affect all these customers which are using this name, when I report the massive bug to this company, to the public program, to this company says me, hey, Akita, this book is pretty good. So it's critical, because affect all of our customers. So we will give you the invite to the private program. So this happened a lot. You see the public book bounty program, but for sure, this company has a private book bounty program with rewards behind. So they give me the invite, so I report this in the private, and they give me the more higher bounty. So happy, really happy.
I think this is good. Like, everyone who hesitates from hunting on public programs which give kudos, if you report a critical, you might get invited to a private program. So keep kudos programs in mind. So I think a lot of beginners struggle with this. They find like low hanging fruits, and they are having problems with chaining the bugs. So can you give us some advice, or like some examples of how you have chained bugs and increased the impact?
Sure, for sure. Low-hanging fruits or hits always the top 10 books are really great, but it's not my way. I understand that a lot of hunters are doing farming, which is a thing of doing bounties. You can automate things. You can run all these tools and forget about it, and you will get responses, and maybe you have these low-hanging fruits and you are paid for that. And it's pretty awesome because you are doing money with book bounty. But for me, that is not hacking. It's not book bounty. I don't say that is wrong. I think it's a part of book bounty. So if you go for low-hanging fruits, good for you. It's good. But if you can go deeper, at something, and you can start to develop your mindset of go deeper of something, do your own recon, do it properly recon, and start to change this box, to shape this box, to create an impactful and deploy an impactful attack. It's really better because you feel like you are really hacking, because you are creating something new that anyone see it. Because when you report, you have this book that's how I avoid duplicates. I don't have duplicates. Why? But I have a lot of duplicates in my past, a lot of duplicates and non-applicable bugs, because of that. When you look for low-hanging fruit, you can get these duplicate things, because a lot of hunters are doing the same thing. So you have this group of people doing the same thing, the same recon, that's using the same word list. Come on. If you do the same thing, you don't find nothing. So do the opposite. Take a look to the other side.
Okay, so let's talk about the Argentinian community and what is the exposure of bug bounties in Argentina?
I know a few guys that are doing what I am doing. They are good, really good hunters, because I read their write-ups, I read their research, and they are really amazing. I know that in Buenos Aires, that I know that there is a group of people that join together and have this conference, and they join together to hand books, and they are really good on that. But I think in Argentina, this thing of book hunting is just burning. It's like we are pretty young in these kind of things. I think that pen testing is really good. We have great pen testers and security people in Argentina, but book bounty maybe is just burning here. So it's like that.
All right. Okay. So, do you have any certifications, and what are your views on certifications? Do you think that they help in InfoSec? Do you think they help in bug bounty?
Okay. I am a proud uncertified book bounty hunter. That's my certification. But I think that certification are great, because you with a certification you get some experience, gives you experience, and maybe for company, organization, for getting an interview or a job is pretty great, have a certification. But personally, I am a certified book bounty hunter.
All right. Okay. Um, Also, so you're, I think, one of the hackers that we could say that you have a really good basic knowledge. So you have your basic knowledge already done. So now, how do you proceed, and what do you use to learn now at this stage of bug bounty for you?
Okay. You never stop to learn. This is how life. This is a school.
Yeah.
It's like life. So you need to go through a new technique or a new deploy or a new attack, and go and learn and try and test things, and go to activity, try this new attack in other place, try to get your pen tester lab practice, or things like that, so you can get the necessary skills to improve your methods, your techniques. So yes, I try to go through new attacks, new research, and that maybe takes you uh, a lot of time.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we're almost done here. Do you have any tips for beginners in this field who are trying to get into bug bounty?
Sure, for those who are out there, think out of the box. Try to develop the mindset, the hacker mindset, which can be an art. So bug bounty can be an art. You can create things. This is a field where you can put yourself to create things and enjoy this, because this is a beautiful thing to do. Go to activity, take the books of activity on HackerOne, try to replicate in every program that you can. Go and read all the write-ups that you can. Maybe take one type of book, read all this write-up of this book, and try to deploy or create the proof of concept in another program. One book at the time. Some books you will add and reply easy, another not, but it's like that. The secret on book bounty is there is no secret. You do your own soup of things, and don't give up. Try harder. Fail, always fail again and again and again and again, because this is training. Failure is training. And success is a consequence of that. Take care of your energy if you are young. So try to avoid burnout. Try to live a balanced life. Take care where you put your attention. This is the most important thing. Take care where you put your attention, because we have a lot of information out there, and we can spend a lot of years with the wrong information.
Right.
So take care of your attention and where your mind goes. Sometimes on Twitter you have all this attention here, and maybe you need to be here. So this is important point. Just that.
Okay, I think we're done. Thank you so much for doing this once again. This was really good. I hope a lot of people gain a lot from this. This was very informative. So thank you so much.
Okay, Farah, thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure being here. I love your channel. I love the work you are doing here. I know that it's hard, and I love your work. It's really a pleasure. I feel very honored with this interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And that's all we have for you today. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, then like this video and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be posting videos like this a lot more often. And thank you for watching. Bye.